Hello everyone, David Hebert here. Today I'm going to talk to you on this live is about failing to take risks and constantly challenging yourself. The reason why I'm talking about this is because is it jeopardizing your success? Is it jeopardizing you from moving forward in your business? Because in the end of the day, your aim is to be successful, but then you've also got self-sabotaging behaviors that might be stopping you. Well, failing to take risk is a self-sabotaging behavior because you're not willing to grow. You're not willing to step forward and look at a risk and say, let's do it. Because you're too comfortable. You're too comfortable in your current position. And by being comfortable, you're not going to get yourself to that area where you want. What is your business goal? What is your career goal? What do you want to achieve? Because if you want to achieve success, if you want to achieve this, you need to start looking at taking risk in your life. Because in the end of the day, that's the only way you're going to grow. And if you're not willing to challenge yourself at the same time, we're going to look at challenges as a way of growth. That's how we get better in what we do. That's how you develop the right mindset. That's how you get yourself to learn more, do different things, see what works, see what doesn't. It's about constantly challenging. It's about constantly growing. This is why we need to look at the risk and challenges in a way to say, you know what, this is about growth. And when I say about risk, for instance, if you can get the help that you need, but you don't want to risk it because you don't know where it's going to lead, well, one way or another, you're going to stay in the same spot. Wouldn't it be easier to take that risk to grow and, see if it works? In the end of the day, I learned to do risk myself. I learned how to take some major risks, but that's how I've grown the best. That's how I developed to where I came. Because it was a risk that I learned to take. I then challenged myself on a daily basis to do the same thing and look at the challenges, look at the way I can grow better. When I first started working with people, I was always growing. I was always looking, okay, try this, challenge myself better. The only person I am in competition with myself is with myself. Because I want to keep challenging myself. I want to keep growing. And this is what we need to do. And this is what I'm encouraging you to do in your careers, into your businesses, or whatever you are doing. If you want that success, you've got to put that challenging in. You've got to constantly challenge yourself, constantly grow. And that's when we come back to that asset, and we're building on that asset, that mind of yours, that skill that you've got, that asset. But you've got to learn to take the risk in life to get where you want to be. Because being comfortable is not going to get you there. Staying safe is not going to get you there. You just stay with everybody else that don't want to move forward. For instance, if you've got to invest the money in yourself, but you're not willing to risk that for your growth, but you can't, then you'll turn around and say, well, why am I still in the same position? Because you're not willing to risk that investment in yourself to actually move forward. This is what's jeopardizing your success. Richard Branson risks all the time. Yeah, sometimes, yes, you might risk something and it might fail. But you know what? It's not failure, it's feedback. Just get up again and do it again. Because you know what? If we stop because we have something that happens and just fails, then we don't move forward. Failure is only there is if you don't get back up. It is feedback if you fall down and then get back up. It's just feedback. It just means that you've taken the risk. Don't stop because if something didn't work. You just found out what doesn't work. So find out what does. That's all it is. Constantly challenging yourself to look at that in that way. Constantly saying, okay, yeah, I failed in this situation. I fell, but I can get back up and try it again, but look at it differently. Maybe you might have to look at the person differently, the person that's helping you differently. Maybe you're doing it without the guidance. Maybe you're doing it without that accountability for people. You know, the best thing to do is actually have that person behind you to be accountability for you, to help you. Because you know what? When you do go down, you need that person to say, get back up. You know, because by the time you do that, you've got that person guiding you and showing you how to do it. This is why a lot of people have coaches. This is why I've got a coach. Same reason. Because I need that person to go, get back up. You know, if something's not working, oh well, move forward. What can you do? In the end of the day, I've taken a risk on, say for instance, you take a risk and put some money in investments or something, right? And it didn't work out. It doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means that that type of investment or that type of person didn't work. That's it. The next type, it just means you might have to find the right investment or the right person. Say you invested money, didn't work, but then you invested in a house and it worked. Same thing, both investments. Just one of them's different. That's it. It's the process for it. It's the thinking of it. It's the way you come around with it. At the end of the day, taking the risk is important because it continues to grow. When you take risks, it continues for you to grow. When you stay comfortable, you stay stuck. When you stay comfortable, you stay where you are. When you stay comfortable, you complain about why you're not successful. I've always said it's better to be not comfortable than comfortable. Because in the end of the day, I'll rather be uncomfortable because that continues growth. That's where you continually to grow, continually to work forward. And you're always constantly challenging yourself. But when you stay comfortable, you get complacent. You get, so it'll be right. Blockbuster got too comfortable. Where are they today? And think about that. Blockbuster didn't want to change. They didn't want to continuously grow. They didn't want to take the risk in Netflix, you know, and challenge Netflix. Instead, no, we'll keep our stores. We'll keep our DVDs. We'll keep all this sort of stuff. Blockbuster today is not here. Why? Because they didn't take a risk. For two, they didn't continuously grow. They just stayed comfortable. This is why this could be sabotaging your success. This is why this is self-sabotage. Taking a risk and not continuously growing and challenging yourself is self-sabotaging yourself. And that's what it comes down to. It's just self-sabotaging behaviors. We've got to learn to trust that the ability that we do in this point of time is the right decision. Sometimes it's not, sometimes it is. But we've got to learn to trust. The minute we start trusting in this and going, you know what, just take it happen. Whatever happens, happens. If it goes pear-shaped, well, get back up, do something different. That's it. It's about continuously moving forward. So, in the end of the day, failure to take risk is self-sabotaging. Failure to continuously grow and better yourself is self-sabotaging. Because you know what? The person next to you is probably doing that. And then you'll be sitting there going, but why are they getting where they want? It's because they learned to take a risk. They learned to say, I'm investing in myself regardless of the risk, because in the end of the day, my growth is more important. That's why a lot of people are where they are. It's plain and simple. So I hope everyone enjoyed this video, and I'd like to let everyone know that I am having a coaching program for self-sabotaging behaviors. If anyone is interested, I'm looking at doing a group coaching. I'll be launching it probably next month. If you want to eliminate your self-sabotaging behaviors once and for all, comment yes below or PM me. So thank you everyone for coming on board. I really appreciate it, and I hope everyone has had a great day, evening and night, and I'll see you on my next live. See yous.